putting away evil garment. What is a garment? A garment can represent identity. A garment can represent shame. A garment can represent affliction. A garment can represent limitation. And a garment can also represent season. No matter how beautiful you are as a girl, if you wear the wrong garment, you attract bad things. So the first identity you have is your garment. If I bring 3 of them now and put their clothes from them, by you perceiving them, you will know who is the owner of the clothes. The garment can represent you. What I mean garment can be defined as any fabric we use to cover our shame or nakedness. And for every man to enter a door of rest, you must take away that evil garment. There are people God has opened door for, but what is stopping them is the garment. When they say dress how you want to be addressed, they are not joking. There are places you dress to, they will push you out. They will tell you to go out. There are places you dress to, even if you are not the Oga, they are looking for, they will give you seat to sit. You are aware? So garment represents your identity. And what is garment? Garment is your destiny. There are pastors who see vision, who pray in the mountain, who have gone to the mountain more than 500 times. They fasted, they pray. Yet the church is not going forward. There are pastors who praise every night. They seek the face of God. They are holy, but yet they are fasting. It's not because they are not prayerful, but there's an evil garment from the background. If I stain your garment with physics, if you enter this place, I will pursue you out. No matter how you are, I'll say go and change it. 2 of us. But there are people here today who are still walking with evil garments. I want to tell you that for every man to encounter change, the first thing you deal with is your garment. And how do you have garment? Garment is transferred from paternal side or from families. Nobody can live his life on his own. That is why the day you are giving birth to, you came through a what? A family. Everybody have a family. So your place of origin is where your garment belongs to. There are people who are supposed to be in the village, they are in the city. No matter how they work, they can't succeed. Why? Until you pull off the village garment, the city can accept you. In the book of Esther, Esther 5 verse 1, Bible said there were problems. A man made a decree, and he said all the Jews must what? Must die. And when Mordecai heard this thing, he came to meet Esther, and he said, Esther, forget say you be queen. If this decree happen, you will go. Everybody will go. The king and what? Signed it. And Esther said they should proclaim a what? A fast. Let's see the book of Esther 5 verse 1. Now it came to pass on the 3rd day that Esther put a royal apparel and stood in the inner court of the what? Of the king house, over against the king house, and the king sat upon his royal throne in the royal house, over against the gate of the what? Let's see too. And it was so when the king saw Queen Esther standing, what happened? She ordained. What happened? The garment was what attracted the favor. Are you aware? You can see a man say, I just love this man for his dressing. And people you love, you say, I love this man's personality. But what he's wearing does not match with his integrity. Do you know a pastor is by the dress? If I come here now, I wear some things, you say, even if I have the anointing, it's qualified. It's the way I will dress. No matter how anointed I am, it's qualified. Even if God is using me, because of my garment, it's qualified. And she what? She find favor. And she obtained what? Favor in the sight of what? For example is Joseph. Joseph was in the prison. He interpreted the dream for the cupbearer. And the cupbearer was there. He said, you will go back to your palace. He said, remember me. And the man refused to remember Joseph. But do you know what happened? When the man finally remembered Joseph, something happened. Genesis 41 verse 14. At the time, Pharaoh said, fetch me Joseph. The first thing Joseph did was to cast away the prison garment. You know what? If you go with that garment, it will be accepted. There are people who have good content, but their appearance has killed their content. There are people who have good ministry, but the place they went to plant their church is in the middle of COVID. It's going to be hard to succeed in an area, the first thing you conquer is not yourself, it's to conquer spirits. If you can conquer spirits, you have succeeded. That is why you see occultic men, they are shining. Occultic men, they cannot conquer spirits, but they choose to eat with spirits. That is why you see people who are living, who are doing evil. Why? They have given spirits what they want, blood. The only thing spirits respond to is what? Is blood. See what happened, Genesis 41 verse 14. And Pharaoh sent and called Joseph, and they brought him hastily out of the dungeon, and he shaved himself and changed his words. That's his garment. Change his garment. I cannot appear like this before this man. My value will drop. You are making good food, but to package the food is a problem. Your landlord does not have label, you are calling price. How can you be a young girl, you are selling boutique, your landlord does not have phone number, how would they contact you? You can package your nylon and give it to somebody to carry goods. That person might not call you, but somebody might see that nylon, I want to call that number. Let me call this person. People have good quality, but they have low packaging. Every man of God that don't want to invest in his ministry, the ministry will not grow. The first member of your ministry is yourself. And the first man to believe in the ministry is you. And for you to believe, you must sow a seed to the ministry. You must work for the ministry. There are times you work for the ministry with your money, with your effort, before people start believing in the dream of the ministry. You cannot be a pastor. You are scared to use 50K from your account to buy mic, and you want somebody from the congregation to come and buy mic. Who will do that? I want to see your move before they move. Nobody move until you move. The problem we are praying for helpers, but we cannot help ourselves. Until you help yourself, helper have no need to assist you. Every helper you see want to gain from you. The first thing Jesus did was what? Was to pull off the prison garment. If you want your garment to last, don't stay in a place there's competition. No, you will get wrong garment because of people. Most people you see who have put their hand into iniquity, not because they wanted it, because what? They feel they were oppressed. They want to meet up. There is no how you can meet up without God. The third man was what? Was blind Bartimaeus. Mark 10 verse 50. He was calling Jesus, thou son of David, have mercy upon me. Let's see 49 first. And Jesus stood and said, commanded him to be called. And they called the blind man, saying, come unto him, be of good comfort. He arise and calleth thee. What happened in 50? And he what? He cast away his garment. And he came to Jesus. If I wear this garment, I will not. The problem you have, garment is your mentality. You want to become great, but your mentality is telling that you cannot attain this level. A man called Jesus, said, call unto me. But the first thing the man did was to cast down the mentality. Can I see again? That was the garment he cast away. There are people here say, Pastor, pray for me. I say you will see millions. And your man say, where will I know? You must cast away that mentality. Anything you plant that take time to grow, take time to sustain you. When I say garment can be human being. You must live that circle that will make you hate what you love doing. You must change your garment. For you to succeed, the first thing you will deal with is an evil garment. If that man did not change his garment, he would have been healed. When I mean garment, I'm not talking about the physical clothes. I'm talking about the mind. No, you must put away that wrong thinking that you cannot walk. You must have the mentality of winning before winning comes. Your mentality must change. And if your mentality change, doubt should leave. Once your doubt is higher than your faith, everything is there. You must say, if only I can join. Sir, are you aware there were people who robbed Jesus, nothing happened? There were people who were Jesus, nothing happened. There were people who were with Jesus, nothing happened. But this woman said, if only I can touch the hands. There are different ways to faith, and there are different ways to believe, and there are different ways to receive. It was not the touching that provided the healing. It was the condition. There were so many blind people there, and the man came out. Jesus did not go and Jesus. You know Jesus. The conviction was true. There are people who are here, they don't believe it. But let me tell you one truth. Every international pastor was once a local pastor. Every pastor you celebrate today on media, every pastor you post on media, there were times they preach, nobody shared their sermon. But the man said, Jesus, thou son of David, have mercy. And he said, come. And when he was going, what happened? The man said, if I go with this mentality, I will not win it. Let me cast it away. He pulled off the garment of begging. If there to be somebody say, wear the garment, so should the case maybe you not see, you can go back at your begging spot. Because if you put that garment now, somebody pick up who you want hope. Because the man is a blind man. Who you want hope? And that garment, to raise that garment, it costs a fortune. So if you are casting that garment, simply means say you must see. So it was the man work that made him to see, not the prayer. Let's see 1 Kings 19:14. Elijah and Elisha. After the earthquake, a fire, but it was not in the flame. After the earthquake, a fire, but the Lord was not in the fire. And after the fire, still small voice. Let's see what happened in 13. And it was so when Elijah heard it that he wrapped his face in his what? Mantle. And he went out and stood entering of the what? Of the cave. And behold, there came a voice unto him and said, where does who? Elijah. What is a mantle? A mantle was the garment for me. Let me tell you one truth as a human being. If there's no result in your life, it will be hard for you to explain yourself. Results gives you less explanation. Results make you not to be doubting yourself. Even when you lack results, sometimes without your prayer, every family have a gate. And for them to know you, they give you a garment. What's the garment? Your son name. That is why your son name come before your name. So the problem of the family must hold you down. So you must change that garment for you to cross. You must look for somebody that know what you carry. You must look for somebody that comments with what you carry for you to grow. If you are afraid to let something go, something will be afraid to come in. If you don't want to risk it, you cannot gain it. Let me tell you one truth here. It is not preaching, praying, prophesying that brought me here. It is risk. That brought me here, risk. The things I give, you can't give it out. The seed I sow, you can't sow it out. Even the tithe I pay, you can't pay it sometimes. Have you ever counted a tithe? You look at the tithe, you look at it, you say no. You say yeah. No. Yeah. No. You ever? There are youth here who are afraid to pay tithe. Once it's 100K, they can sell it. Once it's above 1 million, no, they sell them. They are scared. You can't leave that range. You can't leave that level. Every great man that must grow according to level. The Bible says in Philippians, a name was given to this man above every other name. You know why? Not because it's Jesus. He did what people could not do.